Let the world around you fade away. Let the noise of the present dissolve into silence. We are drifting back, deep into the sands of time. 3,000 years ago, the sun has not yet risen over Egypt. We are standing in the heart of Thebes, the greatest city on earth, but the air here is heavy. Can you feel it? It presses against your chest. The air is thick with the smoke of incense burning in 100 temples. It smells of old stone, dried papyrus, and secrets. The streets are narrow, the walls are high. Massive statues of Amun loom in the darkness, their stone eyes watching, judging. It is too crowded here, too loud even in the dark. You can hear the distant rattle of a chariot wheel on cobblestones. Click, clack, click, clack. You can hear the chanting of the priests behind the high walls of Karnak, low, monotonous, endless. But we are not staying in the shadows. We are following a man who seeks the light. Imagine the pharaoh, Akhenaten. He is walking away from the palace. He is not walking like a god king tonight. He is walking like a ghost. His sandals whisper against the limestone path. Shh, shh. The air gets cooler as he approaches the water. The smell of incense fades, replaced by the smell of wet mud and lotus flowers. The smell of the Nile, the lifeline of the world. He reaches the royal dock. The mist is rising from the water, swirling around his ankles like white smoke. There it waits, the royal barge. The splendor of Aten. Look at it closely. It is a masterpiece of cedar wood, brought all the way from Lebanon. Run your hand along the wood in your mind. It is smooth, polished, warm to the touch. Gold leaf covers the hull, catching the faint light of the stars. The pharaoh steps aboard. Feel the gentle shift of the deck beneath your feet. Creak. The water supports the weight. The boat is a cradle, rocking slowly, side to side, side to side. Sync your breathing with that rocking motion, in and out. The ropes are untied. The heavy hemp ropes fall into the water with a splash. We are drifting away from the stone quay, away from the city of Amun. Watch the city lights get smaller. The chanting of the priests is fading. The barking of the dogs is fading. The rattle of the chariots is gone. Silence. Finally, silence. Now, listen to the new rhythm. The royal oarsmen begin to row. 60 oars hitting the water as one, splash and glide, splash and glide. It is a heartbeat, slow, steady, hypnotic. You are lying on soft cushions on the deck. The linen is cool against your skin. You are safe here, floating on the eternal river. Nothing can touch you. The current carries you. And then it happens. Look to the east. The violet sky turns to pale gold. The sun begins to rise, not a hidden god, not a statue in a dark room, but the Aten, the solar disk, pure, round, perfect. Imagine that golden light touching your face. It is not burning, it is a gentle, heavy warmth. It spreads down your forehead, relaxing your eyes. It spreads down your neck, relaxing your shoulders. It warms your chest, your hands, your legs. You are soaking in the light. You are weightless, just like the boat. The pharaoh looks at the horizon. He leaves the shadows behind to build a city of light. But that is for the future. For now, there is only the river. There is only the gold on the water, flowing, flowing, flowing. Drift with the current, drift towards the silence. Rest.
The rhythmic splashing of the oars slows down. Sploosh, drip, drip. Silence returns. We have arrived. Look around you. There is no city here. No temples. No walls, only the desert. A vast amphitheater of golden sand surrounded by high limestone cliffs. The boat drifts gently until it touches the riverbank, softly, just a whisper of wood against sand. The pharaoh stands up. He steps off the boat and onto the land. Imagine that feeling. The first footprint in 1,000 years. The sand is warm, soft as powder. It shifts beneath his feet, accepting his weight. Crunch, crunch. He walks alone, away from the river, toward the center of the great void. Stand there with him, in the middle of nowhere. The air here is different from Thebes. It is dry, pure. It tastes of sun and stone. The sun is high above now, the Aten. It floods the valley with blinding light. Everything is gold. The cliffs in the distance glow like polished bone. There is no shade here, no secrets. Listen to the wind. It comes from the open desert, a low, hollow sound. Whoosh, shh. It passes through your clothes. It passes through your mind. It blows away the dust of the old cities. It blows away your worries. Here, there is only the present moment. Just the sun and the sand. The pharaoh raises his arms to the sky. He does not see the emptiness. He sees the future. Where you see sand, he sees white walls reflecting the light. Where you see rocks, he sees gardens of lotus and palm. Here, he thinks, here the silence is loud enough to hear God. He kneels down. He scoops up a handful of warm sand. Feel the grains slipping through your fingers, one by one. Time slipping away. Thoughts slipping away, leaving only peace. Look at the horizon. Between the two great cliffs, the sun begins to dip. It sits perfectly in the valley. The symbol of Akhet, the horizon. The place where the sun is born and where it rests. The light turns from blinding white to soft apricot, then to deep violet. The heat of the day begins to fade. A gentle coolness rises from the ground. The desert is preparing for sleep. The emptiness is not lonely, it is spacious. Room for you to breathe, room for you to rest in the heart of the horizon.
Time flows like the river. Years pass in the blink of an eye. The empty desert has vanished. Now a white city stands in the sand. Akhenaten, the horizon of the Aten. It is a city of blinding white limestone. Clean, geometric, silent. Walk through the streets in your mind. There are no dark alleys here, no hidden corners. The sun washes over everything. The walls are painted with scenes of nature. Green reeds, flying ducks, blooming lotuses, life. Everywhere you look, there is life. We approach the great temple. But look up, there is no roof. Unlike the dark tunnels of Karnak, this temple is open to the sky. The floor is covered in clean white sand. Walk across it. It is warm beneath your feet. The air is still. The only sound is the fluttering of banners high upon the pylons. Flap, flap, flap. And the shimmer of heat rising from the stone. You can almost hear the heat, a low, vibrating hum. In the center of the courtyard, there are hundreds of altars. Tables of stone piled high with offerings. Bread, fruit, flowers. The smell is sweet and intoxicating. Warm bread, ripe figs, heavy incense. The scent rises up in the heat, straight to the sun. Akhenaten stands there. Beside him is his queen, Nefertiti. They are not bowing in fear. They are standing tall. Their arms are raised, palms open, catching the light like water. Listen closely. The pharaoh begins to speak. These are the words carved into the stone. The words of the hymn. His voice is soft, drifting through the light. You appear beautifully on the horizon of heaven. O living Aten, who creates life. When you rise, the land is in celebration. The trees and plants dance before you. The birds fly from their nests, their wings praising your spirit. Feel the meaning of the words. It is a song of peace. There is no war in this city. There is no death in this moment. Only the sun. You fill every land with your beauty. You bind them all with your love. The light is intense now. High noon, but it does not hurt. It feels like a heavy blanket of gold. It presses down on you gently, making your eyelids heavy, so heavy. The white walls reflect the light, creating a glow that surrounds you. You are floating in this white and gold void, suspended in the light, like dust motes dancing in a sunbeam, slow, aimless, free. The voice of the pharaoh fades into a whisper. The city sleeps under the watchful eye of the disk, and you are safe in the warmth of the horizon. But even the longest day must end. The blinding white light of noon begins to soften. The shadows, which were hiding beneath the stones, begin to stretch longer, darker, cool. Look at the city now. The walls are turning from white to deep orange, then to bruised purple. The air is changing. The heat lifts from the ground, replaced by a sudden chill from the desert. A shiver runs through the palm trees. Rustle, rustle. The birds have stopped singing. The celebration is over. Something is coming on the wind. Not a god, but a shadow. Walk through the streets again. They are empty now. The doors are closed. The windows are shuttered. A heavy silence hangs over Akhenaten. It is not the silence of peace anymore. It is the silence of absence. History tells us a sickness came to the city. But here in the dream, we only feel the stillness. No children playing, no chariots racing, only the wind whistling through the empty arches. It carries the dust of the desert, covering the painted floors, covering the flowers, fading the colors. We move into the northern palace. The halls are vast and cold. Your footsteps echo on the polished stone. Click, echo, click, echo. The sound travels into the dark. In a room filled with flickering oil lamps, the pharaoh sits alone, Akhenaten. He is older now. His shoulders are slumped. The queen is gone. The children are gone, taken by the shadow. He looks at the wall paintings, remembering the laughter. But the painted figures do not move. They are frozen in time. Watch the flame of the oil lamp. It dances nervously in the draught, casting long, trembling shadows on the pharaoh's face. Golden light, then darkness. Golden light, then darkness. Focus on that rhythm. It is the only movement in the world. He stands up and walks to the balcony. He looks for his father. He looks for the Aten. But the sun has set. The horizon has swallowed the disk. The god has left him. For the first time, the Heretic King is truly alone under a sky of cold, indifferent stars. He rests his hands on the cold stone railing. The stone sucks the heat from his palms. He realizes that even empires are just sand. Even kings are just dust. The dream is ending. And there is a strange comfort in that. No more fighting the priests. No more fighting the dark. Just letting go. Surrender to the night. Surrender to the silence. The city sleeps in sorrow, and the pharaoh sleeps in solitude. Rest now in the shadows. The lamp flickers and goes out. The pharaoh has closed his eyes. The dream of the horizon has ended. Watch time speed up now, like sand pouring through an hourglass. Without the king, the city cannot survive. The priests return to Thebes. The artists pack their brushes. The boats leave the docks. One by one, heading north, heading south, leaving the white city behind. The streets fall silent. Truly silent, not the silence of sleep, but the silence of abandonment. The doors are left open. The wind enters the houses uninvited. It settles on the floor. It settles on the altars. Listen to the sound of the desert returning. Scrape. Scrape. The sand is patient. It drifts over the garden walls. It fills the empty pools where lotuses once bloomed. It covers the painted floors, layer by layer, inch by inch. The sun beats down on the white stone, cracking it, bleaching it. The roofs fall in, the walls crumble back into the earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Men tried to erase his name. They chiseled it off the stone walls. Chip, chip, chip. Trying to make the world forget. But the desert protects secrets better than men. It simply covered him up. Buried the dream under a blanket of gold, safe, hidden, sleeping for 3,000 years. Look at the horizon now. The city is gone.
The temples are gone. There is only the sand again, smooth, endless, perfect, as if nothing ever happened. The wind blows across the dunes, singing a low, hollow song. You are part of that silence now. You are as old as the stone. You are as light as the dust. The sun sets one last time, plunging the world into velvet darkness. The horizon fades. The river fades. You fade. Everything is still. Everything is peace. Sleep in the sands of time.